Welcome back to another video. Returnal, my platinum walkthrough. This is biome 6, Abyssal Scar. So let's do it. Yeah, last biome, so let's get straight into it. That little pedestal there, by the way, I think it's supposed to give you a Sylphian vial, but for some reason it doesn't appear in this biome. I've never ever seen it appear. I'm not sure if it's a bug, but yeah, it doesn't appear that. I just got a calibrator off that body, which should take you up to weapon proficiency level 25, and just through that hole, just near where you spawn, there's a grapple point. There's normally a chest up there. You see if it's spawned as a normal container, so you can loot it if it has. Yeah, right, so onto the enemies. Yeah, this level's, well, I guess they're all quite intensive biomes, but this one you just get tons of enemies thrown at you almost all the time. You don't really get much chance to breathe in this one. The reason is, there's this particular enemy in this. You see it over there, it spawns, it keeps spawning these little minions. You can see them spawning. Obviously we're underwater, guys, so you can jump. There's a view on the moon. You got your underwater boots from last level, last biome. Yeah, see that enemy over there? It's got a red shield around it. That spawns these little smaller ones. It can be a bit annoying, because if you can't see a large enemy and if you've got a shield, it means you've got to get close. You don't have any of the means to do it from a distance, and it can put you in danger, put you at risk. But one good thing about these enemies that spawn little smaller ones is they're very good for building your proficiency, or working on your traits for your weapons. Yeah, so they can be very good for that. Now what I'm looking for here is, I'm just trying to show you, you don't actually need it yet, but there's two secret areas in this biome which do not appear until you get really close. So even if you're in that sort of overall room, it will not appear until you get reasonably close. It doesn't matter too much now. It's mainly for when we do look for sunface fragments later, but I'm just making you aware of that, guys. And this biome as well, you'll see what spawns. What it looks like is gigantic rooms. I don't mean like a massive square room. It'll look like you've got sort of all interconnected rooms linked together in sort of one room. You know, the way you have a sort of room layout like this, then there'll be another room. Well, it won't be another room, it'll just be another part of that same room, but have another slightly different layout. And then there'll be another part of the room which have another slightly different layout. Now what it is this biome, it actually has very large rooms. Not all the time. It's not like a fixed formula, but sometimes, like for this one now for example, you have 3 or 4 rooms merged into one. And all they've done, they've just removed the doors, just to confuse us. Yeah, they've removed the doors. So if you're ever looking for a particular cipher, when you're looking at my text guide, I do explain it there anyway. If you're ever looking for a particular cipher, unless it's a small room and you can clearly identify that that's a single room, unless it's a sort of room like that, when you're looking for it and it sort of spawns as a large room, like this one for example, you're just looking for that small part. I mean that one there, you see that middle part of the room? You've got a blue door then to the left, and that sort of one room there. This big portion of the room, that is one small room, there's no doors. And then to the north, you've got small narrow sort of walkways. That's classed as another room. Yeah, so that's what you find a lot of rooms like in this biome, guys. So just pay attention to that. It's, like I say, it's in my text guide. When you're doing your cleanup later, you're not looking for the massive room, you're looking for that small sort of portion, because that is how the room will spawn. But it's, like I say, it's mentioned again in my collectible guide. Right, and that is cipher number, guys. Sorry, yeah, too busy chatting away here. Let me quickly I'm not even ready. I've not even got my collectible guide ready in front of me. But yeah, there's quite a lot of ciphers in this one. 20 ciphers altogether. But a good thing is you get your last collectible here. Yeah, so cipher. There's quite a few side rooms you need to explore, because there's quite a few collectibles in side rooms. Yeah, while I'm just going through this, I'll just tell you what cipher that was. And I think we've got it here. No, that's not the right one. Yeah, so you got a side room here, guys. As you can see, there's a cipher in here as well. Yeah, that cipher we just got earlier, guys, that was cipher number 10. That one we got just before this. Yeah, cipher number 10. And this one is in a side room, so on my collectible map, obviously it's highlighted blue. And that one's quite easy. You got to fabricate it in there. It's like an end side room. Yeah, that one is cipher number 16. Cipher number 16. I don't think I have to do many trips through this biome, actually. Yeah, I don't think so. The portals on this one, they do not take you to any ciphers or logs. Yeah, these portals. So you don't need to worry too much about them. I'm going to show you gameplay of going in them anyway, just so you can see sort of what they are. Yeah, you can melee them sort of vines and get past them. Yeah, the thing is, I've got so many obelisks. I've got so much currency, so of course I'm going to spend it. Because at the end of this biome, you will lose everything. Because this final biome, basically the game is completed after this. Not a platinum, and it's not completed properly, but you would have completed the sort of main storyline, and the extension of the storyline afterwards. It's just a process of going through it again, collected certain collectibles, just so you can finish the story. But yeah, this is basically the core content of the game. These 6 biomes. So yeah, this little room, this place coming in out, it looks like it's the same bit of the room which is in previously, but this is actually an extra room. Yeah, you can see that it's just not divided by a door. But you see, normally if a layout changes considerably, you can normally tell then that it's a completely different room, even if there's no doors separate it. But a containment room in this one, guys, very, very difficult. Now, of course, you come into any room and you see the green totem. Obviously, get rid of that first because that heals your opponents, and you do not want them to be healing. And if you can, you want to try and get rid of the spawners first. Yeah, the big jellyfish that don't move. Yeah, they do not attack you. The spawners do not attack you at all. They just sit there spawning enemies. They think they're safe. But yeah, I can see them little enemies that are spawning are quite annoying because they're sort of they dash at you, kamikaze at you, and if they do hit something hard, they will detonate and explode. You know, or hit you, I guess, for that matter. So you just need to keep on moving along. This is where the pylon web trait is not very good because you need more ammo for these guys. An automatic weapon is good for these, but the thing is, an automatic weapon is good for the smaller enemies. But when it's the larger enemies here, that's where you need the electric pylon driver. So just keep your driver, but yeah, try not to get pylon web on this biome. Yeah, these are them massive spheres that I spoke about in, was it last biome? Look at all these fucking lasers, it's crazy. Yeah, try to dodge all these, and the thing is, when you kill them, they detonate and release about 10 more. It's mad. There we go. Yeah, they release about 50 more, and obviously watch out for anything that comes from their corpse when they explode. The way to dodge them, you need to get on you need to be on a different height, so sort of elevated ground, and then there's sort of a horizontal lasers will miss you. So this biome, this cipher, guys. This room's quite easy to remember. This one always spawns as one room, and this is cipher number. Yeah, this one's cipher number 13, guys. Yeah, that one's nice and easy to see. Yeah, and this part's quite long. It's going to come in at about 45 minutes. Quite a long part. Yeah, so I probably should have took that one there. Got rid of the pylon web. But I don't know what I'm thinking there. Obviously, I've been drinking something or smoking. Something's clearly infecting my thoughts. But we've got the cipher here. So just have a quick loot around, then we'll check the side rooms. Here's another cipher in another side room. Yes, plenty of ciphers and side rooms here. Right, so because it's a side room, on my collectible guide, I've made it nice and easy to look for side rooms. And this one is cipher number 14. Yeah, so this is cipher number 14, guys. Some of these side rooms, they may not always spawn. As you know, some side rooms, the reconstructed room will always spawn. That's sort of your guaranteed side room. And normally, I think side rooms that have some phase fragments, I think they perhaps are guaranteed to spawn as well. I'm not quite sure. I know that they're more likely to spawn, but I'm not sure if they're guaranteed. That's the latest step, by the way. Don't worry about some phase fragments for now. That'll be later on in the guide. That'll be video 8, I think. This side room normally has a scout log in it. This baby here. Pick up that file. No exit. And is it 57? Yeah, no exit yet located. We'll find one soon enough. Scout log 57. Yep, in this little side room on the end. All the chest icons in this room, they're all for these sort of coffins, which can spawn enemies, or a parasite, or oblites, or a artifact, or perhaps something else. But that's all I've seen from them so far. Yeah, I think that's all I've seen from them. The orange doors, you need a blade balancer to destroy them, which increases your melee. But there's never any collectibles behind them orange doors, so nothing to worry about. I went through a stage of always trying to get a blade balancer, because I always wanted to check what's behind them orange doors. But once I realised that there is nothing of value behind them, I decided to leave them forever. It's a hard choice, but it's one I had to make. This room here, there's a cipher in this room, and this one is cipher number 20. 20. I went through a stage. I've platinumed this. Okay, I've platinumed this about 5 times. No shit. No bullshit there, guy. Platinum is about 5 times in my on my mission, in order to optimize this and work out exactly how everything works, how the rooms spawn and whatnot. But this room in particular, at one point on one of my many platinum journeys, this was my last room, my last cipher to get, and I just couldn't get it to spawn. Yeah, cipher number 20, this one. Yeah, but now since that platinum room, this room always spawns for me. It always spawns. You'll find my last room is likely going to be my last biome cipher in any of the biomes. It's likely going to be completely different to yours, guys. Like I say, every single platinum run I've done, I've always had a completely different last room in every single biome. So I don't know. The thing is with RNG. You can never predict it. I could say to you guys, this room spawns in 2 out of 10 chances, for example. You know, you've got a 2 in 10 chance this room spawn. But then for you, it might spawn 10 out of 10 chance. Or for somebody else, it might spawn 1 out of 10 chance. You can just, that's what I hate about RNG. You can just never predict it. You just never fucking predict it, and I hate it. But I do try to stay away from most games of RNG. Where I can, or I try to work around the trophies without incorporating the RNG. But yeah, I try to do what I can to avoid RNG. This cipher, yeah, we did pass a cipher. You probably noticed him. So this is part of a massive room, but this is actually a small room which we're in now. So if you're looking for this cipher only at the end, remember you're only looking for the small portion of this room, because this can be combined with, this can be merged with other small rooms to make one large room. Just remember that. Yeah, so this is going to be difficult to work out on my collectible map, because it's a really right. Is that it? No, that's not it. And no, that's not the one. Yeah, just because of where it is, it's is that it there? No, don't think that is it. Okay, yeah, I got this one, guys. Yeah, this one is cipher number 1. Yeah, cipher number 1, this. Yeah, I'm just looking where I've got this on my collectible guide. This, it looks like it's just this little tiny, I think it's this whole room with the grapple. I think it can just change. It can move. Well, it can spawn in like a different rotation, I guess. But yeah, this one is it's cipher number 1 on my collectible guide. And yeah, you're just looking for this. I think you're perhaps just looking for this small sort of ledge that I'm on now. Yeah, just a small edge. I think that's what you're looking for to spawn this cipher. Right, cipher number 1. Let's grab it. Yeah, there is one good thing about this biome, by the way. The boss is very easy, especially with the electric pilot driver. It's not easy to the point where you can just stand inside his projectiles and let him just smash on you. I don't mean easy in that respect. I mean it's easy that he dies so quick, and yeah, he pretty much just dies really quick with the electropile driver. You do need to kill most of the enemies on this biome, by the way, because there's a trophy for getting proficiency level level 30. So you need to be killing enemies to build up your proficiency. You start this biome at level 25, you know, at least, once you get out calibrator. So obviously you need to make sure you're killing enemies along the way to build up that proficiency to 30. But as long as you're killing all the enemies, you don't really have to farm, you know, them ones that keep spawning, the little spawners. You don't have to farm them. As long as you keep killing all the enemies you come across, you should end up at level 30 after the containment room, roughly. So you can see here, this weird looking room here, you have to use that grapple point to reach different platforms that buff you. I mean, you've probably seen me do this before. You use the grapple point, but then you drop down and then you use it from below and it catapults you in a certain direction. And now this particular room, it may not spawn for you, obviously it's a random spawn, it's all RNG, Returnal. If you want to get right to the top, you need to be on the left of these sort of columns which are racing. There's 3 columns in this particular room. There'll be 3 columns on this sort of structure in the middle, and they all race to the top. The one in the middle will race to the lower level. The one on the right will race to the second level, and the one on the left will go all the way up. So if you want to get every single level on that structure, all the goodies inside, go on the one, quickly get to one on the left. It is timed, so don't hang about deciding what you do, picking your nose, whatever you want to do. Get straight onto that left column, sit on it until you get to the top, and then get off and get all that yummy little loot, and then drop down, get a loot on the level below, drop down again, get a loot on the next level. There's 2 timed rooms on this biome. Yeah, 2 timed rooms. I think the other timed room, we get to it not on this video, it'll be on the collectible cleanup, but the other timed room, guys, you can actually read, it has a cipher in it, and you can actually read that afterwards. Risk assessment, we just got a risk assessment trophy, guys. I just got my last one, I think it's Malignant Sylvium, which I needed. So just keep an eye on in your activity card the calculated risk activity card. Yep, that one, because that is one you need to complete to get the risk assessment trophy. So just keep an eye on that. Whatever you still need to get, obviously just make sure you keep an eye out for that consumable or chest along the way. And when you come to one, try and use your ether to purify it, so you do not have any chance of getting like a random malfunction and just fucking up your build by getting a really unlucky malfunction, which can happen. Some malfunctions are don't really do much, and it doesn't really matter, but you get some which can really fuck you up. So be careful with malfunctions, guys. Be very, very careful. Yeah, risk assessment. And yeah, just before that, I was just talking about the other timed room. Yeah, we do come across it later on a collectible hunt. This is the archive room, by the way. You cannot get all the archives yet because you need the last ability, so we'll do the archive room later. That will always spawn. Yeah, the last timed room, there'll be steps on the left and steps on the right, and you'll have a path going through the middle. And there's a cipher in the other timed room, which you'll see later on. Now, if you miss the cipher, you can actually still get to it even after the stairs have removed. So just bear that in mind. The other timed room, not the one which you've just seen, you can still get a cipher even if you mess it up. Now this cipher, this one is number, and yeah, this one is cipher number 7. Cipher number 7. Now this particular sort of room where it is, so yeah, it's a main room, but I think I almost always have this room for spawn. It's got to be like a 9 out of 10 spawn in this room. Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, so get that one, guys. For me, well, obviously you won't get it. I don't know. You should. Hopefully you should get that one. But yeah, cipher number 7. I do not need to worry about any more spoiled or malignant crap because I've got the risk assessment trophy. Now, this one, you can just make that. Yeah, so Yeah, I've got a strong enemy here, so I'm going to back up while my electropilot driver does all the work. Let my tether does the work, and I'm going to get out of the way. Yeah, I'll show you a bit later, but you can actually do a crazy, jump there. It looks like you can't reach it, but if you jump and then dash right when you're at your furthest point, and then you can just grapple, and you can actually cover a lot of distance and save having to run around. But you'll see that in a later video. The big enemies here, obviously the spawners. The spawners, obviously, all you need to worry about with them is the little minions that spawn. But a lot of the larger enemies here, yeah, be very, very careful. There's one particular one, he can melee you if you get too close. His melee literally does about 60% damage. It's crazy. Yeah, it does about 60% damage when he melees you, so be very, very careful. You know what to expect of the spheres, they just lob them rings at you, and sometimes some projectiles. But yeah, actually, see these are, they're great for yeah, building up your traits, building up your proficiency, and also if you've got adrenaline leech, they're good for getting health back, and they're also great for building up your adrenaline. Yeah, so you probably want to do that whenever you see this, whenever you come across the spawners on this biome. Level up to adrenaline level 5, because that, remember, at adrenaline level 5 you get your shield. Yeah, you always get a shield at level 5, so just remember that whenever you see the little spawners, guys, try to build up your adrenaline if you can. So what I'm trying to show you here, you can see me sometimes I run to the edge of certain platforms. That's because I'm just keeping an eye out for them secret areas that can spawn, because you need to know about them for later on when we do the sunface fragments on the next on video number 8. So that's log number 52. I think I've read that quick enough, and yeah, this is where it spawns. So we're about to get the last upgrade, guys, the last permanent upgrade. There is still a permanent item we have left to get, but this is the last permanent upgrade. Yeah, so be careful. This enemy is very, very strong. This is perhaps the strongest enemy in the game, especially in the malformed kind. Now, do not let him get too close, because he will melee you, and it does fucking tons of damage. And watch out for them red arrows. Remember, they give you a random malfunction, so do not let the red arrows hit you. Yeah, don't let him get too... I think he does actually catch me. You see how much damage he does. Oh, he missed me there. Yeah, get away from... There, look at that. Fuck. That was what? What is my integrity at? My integrity must have been at like 200 and something. And he took me down to about 5% off my extra bar. He probably did about 90% damage then. Crazy. Keep away from them, guys. Always try and keep distance between you, because they melee you, they do a lot of damage. Got another scout log here, guys. That's scout log number 54. This room is unmissable, especially when you haven't got the orb. So make sure you get that log. Come at the top, there'll be fewer of these beds on the way. I've got a power site there, not going to get it. There'll be another one just over here. This one's a normal container. Got another driver there. And, oh, I didn't take it. Or am I? The thing is, one I've got currently, it's got massive damage on it. So, that's why I'm keeping it. It's going to be good for the boss. Right, so that's the last sort of bed in here. And let's go and get our last collectible, guys. Last permanent upgrade. Here it is. The Delphic Visor. Now you can see hidden platforms. So you can see it makes these orbs appear. Do not fall down here. It means you have to run it all the way back up again. Yeah, so now these orbs have spawned in certain areas around the biomes. Basically, when you shoot them, it reveals a hidden platform. And you can use them to reach previously inaccessible places. Yeah, last permanent upgrade, guys. And yeah, you use this and you can reach a lot of areas you couldn't before, get a lot of collectibles you couldn't before. That's scout log number 61. Scout log 61. And just ahead of us there, it's a sort of hub room. Yeah, that's a sort of hub room on this biome. It's way ahead. It's over midway through the level, this biome. And there's always a cipher in this hub room, and this is cipher number. This one should be easy for me to find because it's in the hub room. Oh yeah, this is cipher number 12. So that's cipher number 12, and this is one I can confidently say you will also have it. So this is one particular cipher we will all have. So we've got some oblites left, so I'm going to see what I can buy. You're not going to come across many more fabricators, so any money you buy, try to spend it all now if you can. So I'm buying the damage augment here, and I'm also going to buy another max integrity upgrade. Why not? Suit integrity increased. Now dropping down this hole, it's going to drop you into a big room. There's a few guides out there that say there's certain rooms that will only spawn after this drop, after the hub. But what I found is these rooms can spawn anywhere. Yeah, what I found is a lot of the rooms on this biome can spawn absolutely anywhere, guys. So yeah, I wouldn't say any room will spawn in a specific place. So if you're looking for a particular cipher or scout log in this biome, guys, on the cleanup, you sort of just need to run through the whole thing, hoping that room spawns. Unless it's a side room. Obviously if it's a side room, you only need to look for side rooms. If you've got the side rooms and only looking for main room collectibles, obviously you can completely skip all the side rooms. But yeah, normally any room in this biome can spawn absolutely anywhere. That's what I found. Similar to biome 1s and biome 4. Yeah, similar to biomes 1 and biome 4. I mean, there'll be some rooms may have more chance to spawn sort of perhaps after halfway, because there's some rooms in biomes 1 and 4 which have more chance to spawn sort of much earlier or much later. Wow, look at that fucking damage they just did to me. Yeah, but for the most part they can spawn anywhere. That's crazy. So if that happens, use your healing items, guys. I've got so many healing items. Remember, you can only die if you're in red. So as long as you just keep yourself out of green, you know that no attack will kill you, like instant kill you. And when you do get hit, you've got like a brief second of invincibility, so you will get a chance to heal as long as you're quick. It's not like a thing where you're gonna get like double tapped and die instantly. That won't happen. When you get hit, you always have like a brief moment of invincibility afterwards, which can actually be increased with an artifact. I think it's the spaceship model, I think, or is it the robot? It might be the robot. I can't remember the exact name. But that'll be in my guide. Yeah, so it gets pretty. Some of these rooms get pretty fucking mad, as you can see. I can't believe how quick that almost killed me. Yeah, you can. There's lots of grapple points. You can just keep grappling, turning, shooting, grappling, turning, shooting. Because when you are grappling, you're sort of immune to damage. But it can be a good idea as well to keep spawners until last. So at the end of it, you can just build up your adrenaline before you move on to the next bit. But the only thing with that is it means you're always going to have to watch for enemies lobbing themselves at you. So this is cipher number, guys. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, this is cipher. I had one point where I couldn't get this room to spawn. I had one platinum journey where this room just wouldn't spawn at all. It did eventually, of course. Yeah, this is biome number. Sorry, cipher. I can't actually find this one. Oh, there we go. It's because I've zoomed really far out on my map. That one was cipher number 9, guys. Yeah, that was cipher number 9. Yeah, the reason I couldn't see it is because I've zoomed right out on my collectible guide. Yeah, cipher number 9. So I'm just grabbing all the loot. We still need some things for side rooms, so keep an eye out for side rooms. If you've already got everything you need from side rooms, you can completely ignore side rooms. Side room wise, I think there's 4 ciphers and side rooms on this one, so it's quite a lot of side rooms you need to look for. And I think there's 1 scout log in the side room, but I already have that. Yeah, so we've got that room there, which we've just done. You can see a containment room. Now this containment room, obviously, yeah. Definitely back up your safe before this containment room, because it's, yeah. This one can kill you very, very quickly. You have that strong enemy that can melee that can melee you and take almost all your health down, and you have loads of other random enemies spawning at the same time. I guess with this biome, if you wanna prevent, you know, any risk, you want to be backing up your safe quite a lot, I guess. After clearing each big room, it'd probably be a good idea to back up your safe. Because as you can see, these fuckers spawn all over the shop. Yeah, always make distance between the big enemies on this biome. Always make a lot of distance between you if you can, and try to avoid all the projectiles. Because, yeah, I almost fell down there. What a twat. Yeah, because if them red arrows come at you, yeah, they got random chance. Well, I don't think they always give you a malfunction, but I think each one of them red arrows has a random chance to inflict a malfunction on you. So you do not want to get caught being attacked by them. And they also do a ton of damage as well. But you can see how useful Adrenaline Leech is. How quick I've recovered my health. Pretty cool. So yeah, I don't quite have enough to buy that. Yeah, you can only enter these portals from one side. They're one way only. I guess you got your entrance and your exit. Right, so we're almost at the end. Yeah, once you drop down, after that hub room, once you drop down, you've not really got many areas. After that, before you reach a boss. But I just want to make sure I do actually explore every area. You'll find, after the hub room, you sometimes you do find containment room earlier, like on the first part of the biome, you know, between the start and that hub room. But most of the time it will spawn in the last part. Yeah, but that's probably one of them instances where it has sort of a low chance to spawn in the first half, but it has a higher chance to spawn in the second half. So another one of these fuckers. Can't forget the name. But yeah, definitely probably the worst enemy in the game, these. Yeah, always stay away. This is where the tether comes in handy. Very, very handy, guys. Because you can just lob it and then get behind cover. Yeah, this weapon is so overpowered. Another Cipher here. So this one's Cipher number... I've also found that this room spawns in the last half of this biome quite often as well. This room. Yeah, so that is Cipher number. There's actually another room which looks similar to this, but it's different, but also has a Cipher of its own. I think this is one. Yeah, found it. This one is Cipher number 8. Yeah, so hopefully you're doing this, but yeah, whenever you find a Cipher or scout log, make sure you do make a mental note. Not even a mental note, write it down because you will forget. Yeah, so Cipher number 8, guys. And this last side room and the last main room here. The last main room takes you to a key. You need a key to access a boss area. And yeah, but the path up to that key is a little bit annoying. You have a sort of gauntlet. I guess you could call it that. It's sort of, it looks like one, the way the room is laid out. There's a lot of locked doors in this biome as well. Yeah, you come across a lot of locked side doors, but there's nothing important beyond the locked rooms. I have mentioned it before where mostly there are a few biomes which will have artifacts and ciphers behind locked doors. I know I'm mentioning some things again, guys, but I know I'm going over a lot of info here, and I know it can be quite easy to forget things, especially when you're trying to go through a game yourself and I guess trying to remember my tips. Yeah, all the locked doors in this biome, none of them will have ciphers or scout logs behind them, guys, so you don't have to worry about locked doors here. It's only biomes 1 potentially, biomes 4, biome 4 always has a collectible behind a locked door, a scout log, and biome 5 you've obviously got a permanent upgrade behind a locked door. But other than them, there's no reason to open locked doors, guys. Locked doors, they do normally give you, sometimes they give you, well, most of the time, you'll get like a free fabricator behind a locked door. So they do normally take you to some nice loot, but it's not like you always have to go for it. So this is that long room, which I said is sort of like a gauntlet. You don't have to kill the enemies here. You can completely avoid them. But if you don't, you're likely going to get hit in the back, hit behind. I know, I just fucking walked off a ledge. Shit. It's a shame I can't swim. I could have just swam back up to that ledge. I fell off. But I'm just backing up. I'm just going to put some distance between me and his enemies. Yeah, because you may not get the same enemy spawn for you as what spawns from me. I've just got a trophy there. Adapting to circumstance. That's for getting weapon proficiency level 30, guys. Yeah, here come the fucking malfunction arrows. Stay away from them. Do not let them hit you. Look at my health refilling. Awesome. Yeah, I should probably not be going too close to him, but I'm just trying to keep away from them malfunction arrows. Right, and they take ages to disappear. Ah, finally disappeared. Yeah, so I can't believe I didn't get that third Xenotech prism in biome 4. Yeah, hopefully you got it, but if not, like me, you've only got 2. Always keep your vials. The vials are going to be things that are going to get you out of the shit. As you saw the few times in this biome where I've almost been killed, it's them vials which have saved my bacon, saved my life. So always keep them. There's a scout log here, next to that key. Scout log number... I've had to come a bit closer to see this. My eyesight's let me down. Yeah, scout log number 53. Now you can see there's a little ledge above here. You see that orb and a platform spin. Now there's actually an enemy hiding up here. He's sleeping, hibernating, whatever these enemies do. But we're going to wake him up and kill him. We've not let any enemy survive so far in this biome, and he's not going to be any exception. So my tether's doing the damage. There we go. Easy. That wasn't too bad. No danger there. I kept the platform between me and him, and while my tether did all the work. I love my tethers. One awesome weapon this is, the electro-piling driver. There is another weapon which is quite similar to this. It's the I think it's called a lobber. But what that does, it lobs like a ball. It lobs like a ball of acid, and the acid does damage over time. But the problem with the lobber is it lobs the ammo, the projectile in an arc. Yeah, the actual round, it comes out in an arc. The tether, it will fire straight ahead. No matter the distance, it will always hit your target. Yeah, it comes out, you know, like a normal bullet, a normal ballistic. But yeah, the lobber, it comes out in an arc. So if an enemy's too far away or too close, sometimes your round may go over them or it may drop short. Yeah, that's why I don't like a lobber. And it normally always has low ammo by default, no matter what. But yeah, the electro-piling driver is the best weapon, guys. So containment room. Obviously, I haven't. Make sure you back up your safe before doing this. Yeah, that is very, very good advice. Back up your safe. Back up your safe. Yeah, and obviously just keep strafing. If you get into trouble, just grapple. Oh wow, what a dick. Yeah, but luckily, I mean, this one I've got to kill 25 enemies. But luckily, I'm going to be killing way more than that in this containment room. Yeah, that's why you need to watch out for red arrows. That's what will happen. Unless you have a nullification sphere, you know, the consumable which removes all your malfunctions. I mean, even then you still do need to avoid them, because if you get 2 malfunctions, well, if you get a third malfunction, you get a critical one, and what that does, it deletes a random artifact from your inventory, which you don't want, because if you got adrenaline leech and that gets deleted, yeah, you're probably going to cry. I would. I've not had that happen before, but I think I've had the astronaut taken away from me before and I didn't realise, and I've died. And I think I had the astronaut. Why didn't I die? And I think it's because I may have got a critical and it destroyed it. And you know what I was thinking? I think it's good that I've waited this long to do this, guys, because the suspend feature, you know, it's finally here. It's been introduced, so it's making it easy for you to follow, because you can just back up your save before these troublesome parts. And it's also made the collectibles easier to find. I guess. You know, so yeah, maybe it's sometimes it's good that I wait. You know, I do like to get guides out when a game's released sometimes, but that is good, but it can also be bad because it means any glitches or anything like that can be in my guides, and I've got to work around them. But good thing is if you wait until after a few months after release, you get a lot of updates and the game is cleaner, works better, they can fix things, they can make some things faster to do. It shouldn't be like that. Games should be released in their finished state. You know, I'm not encouraging that at all. It does annoy me that games need patches nowadays. They should be released in the finished state, just like they were years ago. You know, before the internet revolution and all this. Games should be released in their full state, but there's not much we can do about it. What we're going to do, we're just going to not buy any game until it's released in its full complete state, because that's never going to happen. So we don't really have much of a choice, do we? So we've done that containment room, guys. I've just got scout log number 60 as I head into the lair. We're heading into the boss area, and let me just get this last cipher. This cipher always appears here, so any oblites, guys, you're going to lose them in a minute, so any oblites got remaining, lob them in there. You'll get some FF as a reward, and you'll also maybe get an artifact. If not, you get a reward later. Yeah, so this is cipher number. Yeah, this one will always spawn. It's a boss area. Yeah, so this one should be easy for me to track down, but it's not. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's cipher number 15. 15 on my collectible guide. Yeah, right. So this boss, if you're well, as long as you've got the electric pilot driver, this boss is so easy. Now, to fight him, if you see him dropping healing items, by the way, that's not because the boss drops healing items. That's because you've got the silphium extractor ability on your weapon, the perk, which makes just enemies randomly drop healing items. Yeah, so you have to shoot the orbs, and that makes these sort of weak spots appear. These little eyes or nipples, I guess they are nipples. Yeah, shoot the orbs. That makes as many nipples appear, and then once his nipples appear, tether to each of them, and then they'll just be damaging him. Look how quick I took down his first life bar. Yeah, so again, shoot the orb, and then once you've shot at the orb, tether all the nipples together, and then once you've done that, keep shooting the orbs. I wouldn't say keep shooting them, because you can only have so many tethers appear at once, and that will make tethers despawn from the nipples. But just keep an eye on the nipples. When the nipples go in, shoot another orb to make them come back out, to make them go erect, and tether them again if you need to. On the third face, he normally gets a nipple on the bottom, as you can see there. Sometimes there may be two nipples on the bottom, so just be careful. Yeah, he dies so quick. I love the electric pilot driver on this boss. It really showcases how good this weapon is. Yeah, so if you're looking for his final nipple, it's probably hidden on his bottom, on the bottom somewhere. You can see it there. It's right round the sides. So I guess he did have two nipples on the bottom. There you go. And just got to shoot the orb. Keep shooting the orbs and make it spawn. Obviously, do not spam the orbs, because your tethers will despawn there from the nipples. And once you beat him, guys, you'll get a trophy in the darkness. And look at all them healing items I've got left. Easy, walk in the park. You get the data cube machine, spawns just after him. So if you get any data cubes in this biome, you have to make your way all the way to this boss and kill him, just to get each data cube. So yeah, I don't bother with data cubes, as you know already. Drop down this abyss, and you'll find somebody's car is parked down here. Very unlucky to crash your car and to have it drop all the way down to this fucking hole at the bottom. There'll be a scout lock here, and fatal crash, and that's scout lock number 55. So you come around here and you'll find a Ford. Yeah, the Ford, no wonder it crashed down here, being a Ford, probably broke down. But yeah, just ignore the car for now and come all the way to the end and interact with the sphere, the Ikari, whatever they're called. And that is it, guys. That is Act 2 complete. Act 2 complete. And what will be next? Well, basically, you complete the game in a way. You're not fully complete the story yet, but I guess you've sort of technically completed the game. You've seen the credits. But yeah. That's it, guys. That's Act 2 done. That's basically every biome. All we've got to do now is do quite a bit of cleanup. We've got 2 videos of story cleanup, and then we've got a cleanup for the collectibles. And you'll get that trophy, last drive, for doing the last drive. And yeah, that's it for that video, guys. So yeah, I'll leave it there for that part. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 7, where we do the house sequence cleanup. See you then, guys.